En fait, tu as juste à vérifier que tout se passe bien. Tu es là, voilà. Juste pour pas que ça se mette en veille, quoi que ce soit, si tu vois qu'il y a un souci. Je vous appelle quand ça marche.
Okay, please, everyone, we're going to start in a few seconds. We're going to start right now. Can you hear me? It's okay? The microphone? Good. So, welcome back for the European Student Council 2023. Welcome to Strasbourg. Welcome back in Strasbourg for the one who were here last year. At least if they come back, that means it was totally okay. Before we start, I'm gonna ask you to, if you post everything on the social network, you know we did work a lot on the social networks. If you post something on the Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, you can use this hashtag. Okay. And now it's time for Mr. Ted, Director of the European School of Strasbourg, to say a few words to welcome you for this 8th ceremony of the European Student Council.
So, good afternoon, guys. I'm very happy to welcome you today in our school. I'm Olivier Ted, the master of the school, as we say in Great Britain. I'm really happy to welcome you today for this European Student Council. I remember that when we started in 2016, only 3 countries participated in this council. And now I'm very happy to see so many people, so many students, so many countries in our room now. I see people from Italy, from Greece, from Romania, from Portugal, from Germany, and I think from France as well. Did I forget someone?
The European schools.
And of course, European schools as well, since we are on the same time, French and European schools. So it's my very great pleasure to welcome you today. You will be almost 150 people in this organization. Today, I wish to thank very warmly the organization committee that has been led by Edouard Caburet that made all those things possible today. So I think you can cheer up and thank them. And of course, I wish to welcome you and thank you for your presence today in our school. It's very important that we have so many representatives of European schools. Our main goal will be to make this event even larger in the future. Maybe one year we'll have one school from every one country, each country in the EU. That's the dream we all have today. So you will meet with many people in Strasbourg, and I think you will go to the parliament as well and meet some reps in the parliament. So I will just let you enjoy the day, make acquaintance one another in all the situation we will have to live here. EU Parliament, and of course visits and cocktails and such things. And here we go. It's very important now to start working hard, just to make things possible. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Ted, for these kind words. As you said, it's always a big moment every year for us to welcome you, to gather all of these students coming from all over Europe. And as you said, Maybe one day we're going to have all the 27 delegations of every European country. Why is it so important? Because it's important for you, the students, to be well represented at the European level, being the strong and real representative body that we all dream of for the future. So you're gonna have these days different workshops, different meetings, different debates to go further on this idea of make the European Student Council a real and recognized representative body for high school students in the European Union. So that's very important for us. That's very important for you to be there, to work all together, and to spread the idea when you're going to be at the university, to spread the idea of continuing this work of getting this European Student Council stronger. Um, but you may know that at the beginning of the year, when we started to work with the teachers, the main idea we had was to make this project, that's why I will be short, this project, a project for the students and by the students. That's why this year you won't have workshops made by experts coming from association. You're gonna be the experts. I saw the slideshow. You made a real great job. And sorry, I spent 2 weeks in Italy. um, you made the job. You made great job with your slideshow. You made great workshop. You're gonna present it tomorrow. And I can say, on behalf of the teacher, we are very proud of your work. And since it's a project for the students and by the students, it's now time to let speak Rodrigo Capitao and Mirto Dimacopoulou from the president and the vice president of the European Student Council. We're going to make a speech for you.
Dear students and teachers,
dear host families,
dear deputies,
Monsieur Cabulet,
Mr. Olivier Ted, Director of the European School of Strasbourg,
dear all, we are very glad to finally meet you all of you in person, and even more excited to officially welcome you in the European Student Council of 2023. We all wish to thank École Européenne de Strasbourg and all our host families for your kindness of welcoming us chez vous. Without you, this dream couldn't become true. Let us start by introducing ourselves. I'm Rodrigo Capitão. I'm the president of the European Student Council of 2023.
and I am Mirta Dimacopoulou, the vice president. We wouldn't be in this honorable position right now if you hadn't supported us with your vote. So I would like to thank everyone who voted in our favor from the bottom of our hearts for offering us this extraordinary opportunity.
We'll try our best to serve effectively our important duty as coordinators in our upcoming conferences. And above all, we'll prioritize equality, freedom of speech, and peace.
According to the laws, principles, and virtues of the European Union, we consider this Council to be a safe space for all, a democratic space where everyone is free to speak their mind and therefore let their voice be heard.
This is actually the main reason we are all here, to speak, to share, and exchange ideas, and to listen.
For us, a good speaker needs to be a great listener first.
And that requires patience, respect, and most importantly, open-mindedness.
Despite the possible differences of political or ideological opinions, we all ought to be accepting and express our arguments in the context of peaceful and fruitful dialogue.
Now, your presence and globally our presence here is essential and of great significance.
Altogether, beyond our nations, we chiefly represent Europe and everything that it stands for. We're given the remarkable opportunity to unite and get familiar with our common identity, which is the one of being Europeans.
This identity of ours, though often forgotten, provides us access to such creative projects as this one and promotes all our rights. Among other things, our participation in this European program offers once in a lifetime experiences, international friendships, and the feeling of belonging to a wider and safe community.
As young citizens of Europe, we ought to be active, reactive, and sensible concerning crucial issues of our society and, of course, our future. This is our chance to address these issues, raise awareness, and think positively.
In the meantime, let's have all some fun and enjoy Strasbourg.
Let the journey begin.
Thanks a lot to both of you. Great speech. Mirto, could you say which photo did you like on the Instagram account of the European Student Council? What did the picture say? Yeah, well, it's that we are live on the European Schools YouTube channel, so you can spread the link. I just send you an email with the link. If you want your families to see you, if you want your friends to see you, if you want to make your classmates who didn't come jealous, you can just spread the link of the YouTube channel. So it's not time for a short musical interlude from Julia Rodriguez, who comes from Portugal, and we are very, very proud to hear you playing the piano. Thanks a lot. play?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so what piece did you play?
Well, I played Waltz Almost in Mi Minor from Paulo Banaco. He's a young composer, a Portuguese composer. He's from our town, Coimbra, and he wrote this piece, and I really liked it. I hope you enjoy it. That's it.
I'm sure we all get it. Why did you choose this specific piece?
Well, I actually played this piece because I was participating in a project of new music for piano learners. Because we usually just play music while I'm talking about the classical learning. We just play music usually from people that have already passed away. And this was a project where we played the piano learners played music from living people and from Portuguese people because we don't usually play that much of Portuguese classical music. And this was a really interesting project because it allowed a lot of students to get to know contemporary music and new forms of writing and playing.
Thank you very much. So, right now we're gonna have a look on the program of these days to come. Uh, it's not 2022. Today we're gonna have a conference and debate with someone coming from the German-French channel called Arte. Arte is a TV channel, both French and both German. And we're gonna talk with an expert, Mr. Alexander Pnetti. He's gonna present the Arte's policy concerning the social networks and talking about the psychological effect of the social networks, especially for teenagers and young people. Yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be not complicated, but a little more important. There are a lot of things not to be forgotten. Tomorrow we leave at sorry. Yeah. Tomorrow we leave at 8:30. 8:30 is the final time we're gonna leave for the European Parliament. I can ask the organization member to leave a little bit earlier, 15 minutes before, to go at the European Parliament and then to make all the installation ready for you people. So 8:30 you leave and you go to the European Parliament. It's not far from here. It's 10 minutes walking. And the most important at the European Parliament is this. You're gonna make a lot of friends today and this week, but your best friend is gonna be this badge, okay? Because without this badge, you can't enter the European Parliament, and it could be very disappointing. Okay, so don't lose it. Sleep with it. Don't leave it. Take your shower with it. And after you're gonna sell it after on Saturday. You're gonna sell it. You're gonna get a good price for it. Yeah, no, this mine got mine, and it's gonna be more expensive, I guess. But no, the security staff at the European Parliament are very nice people, very kind people. Some of them are parents of some of our students, very kind, but at work they're everything but comedians. Okay, if you, for the one who took the plane today, they're as funny as people working at the security in airports. Okay, so don't lose that. Don't play with them. It's gonna be the best you can do tomorrow and the day after. At 9, we're gonna have a breakfast at the European Parliament. Short breakfast, coffee, croissant, fruits, for half an hour. And then serious things begin. You're gonna have the first session of the workshop from 9:30 to 10:55, almost 11, but we are gonna have to take 5 to 10 minutes to change the rooms. I made it before, so all the information are not there, but the link I sent you on the link of the European Student Council website with the program of this year is going to be updated. So don't worry, and we're going to install everything you need to find your room. You remember you're going to have a code to scan after. You remember you've been asked. A lot of you made it already to choose your workshop you want to be part of. Okay, and by example, the workshop 1, how to spot disinformation. You can choose this one for the first session or for the second session. It doesn't matter. It's going to be presented by Leonardo Vieco and Eduard Toma Valentin Popescu. Thank you for that, and I thank all the presenters of the workshop. Workshop 2, role models on how they affect teenagers nowadays, presented by Yonut Zawadiu and Christina Manzufa. Workshop 3, the importance of high school students' participation in European projects, presented by I don't know yet who, or maybe I got an email recently, but I didn't read. History of the European Union, presented by I don't know yet. On 8, about the workshop 4, I want to thank a lot how 2 teachers from Portugal and Spain who supervised this workshop. It was very helpful. And workshop 5, 8 speech presented by I don't know yet, but I think I got an email about that. And I want to thank Mr. Ezema who helped the students to make the workshop done. Then we changed the room. By example, if you assist to the workshop 1 and you want to see something else, you want to learn more about the history of the European Union, for the second time slot, you're gonna go to the history of the European Union. In every room, there's gonna be one person, at least one person of the organization committee who gonna help the presenter to be the most at their ease, okay? So for the material, for the presentation, for the computer, no problem. The organizations committee is going to take care of everything. And so on. Lunch break at the European Parliament. I got many responses on the first form I sent a few weeks ago. So everything's going to be all right. Without gluten, I don't eat pork, I'm vegan. Everything is going to be sent to the European Parliament. It's going to be okay. Lunch break for 1 hour. 1 hour, and then, yeah, it's very intense. Short lunch break. So enjoy the day today because it's going to be very intense the day after. After we go back to the workshop, session 3, and you're gonna assist or present a third workshop. Okay, by example, Maria and Sofia for the workshop 2, we're gonna present it for 2 sessions. The first session is presented by someone else. After that, you're gonna have the coffee break at the European Parliament. A short coffee break, just croissant, café, for half an hour. No, I made a mistake, sorry. After the coffee break, very important, because you're gonna have different commissions, and you already tried to you respond to my emails on fill the form to say which commission you want to do. The first commission is about preparing the debate. So the group is going to be all together and trying to find, let's call it, food for thought. References, articles, or books or websites to be read just before the debates, during the evening, or when you have time to do that. Okay. To prepare one topic. The topic is, are young people sufficiently protected and educated by schools against the risk of social networks? So the group is going to work on this topic to help the others and themselves to work and to debate about this topic. Is it clear? Same thing with the second commission, but another topic. In 17 years, the European Union has grown from 6 founding members to 27 members. Should it expand further? And if so, how far? This is a topic for debate. So the second commission is gonna prepare this debate for the others, giving, as we said, food for thought, food for debating, with website, with article, maybe with some argument already made. And the third commission, same thing, preparing the debate, hate speech and disinformation. What should be the role of the European Union and its school system faced to the big tech? We all knew at school the students and also teacher. Also the teacher use the social networks, but the social networks belong to the big tech. Facebook, Meta for Facebook and Instagram, Twitter. How to face these organizations, this enterprise, to protect the young students? What should be the role of the European Union on the school systems to help the students to be protected by this big enterprise and to work with them if possible? The fourth commission is debating about national issues. What does it mean? By example, I'm a student from France, and in France, we have something going wrong in our school system. Maybe it's about the exams, maybe it's about the condition of being represented as students, and we want to talk about that with students from Spain, from Portugal, from Greece, from Romania, to get their opinion about that and what could be done on these national issues. Why propose something like that? Because I took my own example working at the European school with people coming from everywhere. When we have a problem in the French school system, we often find any solution to solve the problem. But here at the European school, working with e-tuning with people coming from everywhere, we always have someone who says, okay, in my country, we do things like that. Maybe it could help on your issues. So it's the same thing. For example, I have a problem in my French. I should receive my microphone. I have a problem with the way the examinations are made, but I have students from Spain or from Portugal or from everywhere else who told me, okay, in my country, this is the way the things go. And this kind of commission is the basis of having a European representative bodies for high school students. Because if you share your issues with people coming from elsewhere, it's going to help you to get more credit as representative body. Because you're going to talk all together and try to find solution on a European level. And you see, it's always stronger to debate, to propose on a European level than on a national level. The last commission is to is preparing the modification of the constitution. You know, every year we propose you to modify your constitution. The constitution has been written in 2016, but it could be modified. And if you want to make some proposition to modify the constitution, you can join this commission and talk with the others. I have a proposition. I want this article to be changed. So you give your arguments, and maybe the other member of the commission is going to tell you, yeah, maybe you can change this way, or we can change another way. Well, at the end, the one you who proposed to make a modification is going to present his proposition during the plenary session on Friday morning. We're going to have a part of the plenary session who is about the modification of the constitution. Every deputy who wants to make a proposition to modify the constitution is going to explain for 4 minutes, but I'm going to go on that later, 4 minutes, 2 arguments to tell why we should modify the constitution, and then we're going to have a vote under the supervision of the president, vice president, and the general secretary of the European Student Council. So if you want to make some proposition, go into this constitution. Unfortunately, this commission is going to be just one time. It won't be like a workshop. You won't change after. You won't have another chance to go, for example, in the commission 2 and then in the commission 4. It won't be possible. So you choose just one. Is it clear? If you have question, you can just tell me. Then tomorrow we're going to have another conference on debate, just like the one we have tonight. Oh, I forgot to say the debate tonight, because we're going to have the presentation from this sir coming from Arte. And after, you're going to have the possibility to ask every question you want to him. And the debate, the discussion is going to be moderated by the president. The next conference tomorrow is going to be moderated by 2 people of the Association Jeunes Européens de Strasbourg, Young Europeans Strasbourg, and the vice president. And it's going to be about the youth commitment in and for European Union through the European mobilities. For example, choosing an Erasmus year of study, how could it help my commitment for European Union? And then you're going to have a dinner at school. Oops. It's maybe you already know, but there is a very specific cooking in Alsace where we are. Welcome to the Spanish delegation. Welcome. Don't worry. Everything's okay. So dinner at the European school. It's called tarte flambée, and on the other, it's weird because here in Alsace we call it with the French word, and outside of Alsace in France they call it with the Alsatian word, but it's called tarte flambée, and it's going to be at will, all you can eat. On Thursday, same thing. You still have your best friend. You don't lose your best friend, because the best friend is not someone you can lose. Departure from the European School to the European Parliament at 8:30. Breakfast. And you're going to work all together into different groups about the Malala Prize. What is the Malala Prize? Just I make you a reminder. The Malala Prize is an award that is given by the European Student Council every year, just like a copy-paste of the Sakharov Prize from the European Parliament, but we decided years ago to call it the Malala Prize, dedicated to Malala Yousafzai, who is Pakistanis activists fighting for the freedom of young girls in our own country. And every year, the European Student Council awards the Malala Prize to someone proposed. You have a different group proposing different candidates. Maybe in your group you already discussed about your candidates. By example, the group 4 told me they're gonna present someone called Elena Ferrante, who is an Italian novelist, but also fighting for the freedom of expression, very active about that. And the different other groups gonna tell me who they're gonna defend, and it's gonna be presented during the plenary session, and the elections and the awards will be during the plenary session. After this third commission, 1 hour commission, you're gonna have a short break, half-hour break, just to prepare for the debates who comes after. So the debate is going to be supervised by the General Secretary. She is going to give the right to speech for someone, just to spread the debate, make it equal. It starts at 11 o'clock. And the moderators are Alessandra Supermidli, the General Secretary, and maybe me just technically. As I told before, the European Student Council is for and by the students. So I remember you the first topic. The topic would be sorted out of the rats. So get prepared, the 3 of them. We're going to know at the last moment if it's the first topic. Are young people sufficiently protected and educated by schools against the risk of social network? If it's this topic, we're going to be debated. Or the second or the third. The second is, in 70 years, the European Union has grown from 6 founding members to 27 members. Should it expand further? And if so, how far? You can already start to think about this topic, because it's not a question you can answer by yes or no, especially today. And the third topic is hate speech and disinformation. What should be the role of the European Union on its school systems faced to the big tech? So, by example, what could be prepared by the Commission working on it? What is exactly big tech? What do they want from us? What do they do with us? What the schools and the European Union already do to help us to protect the European citizen? And during the afternoon, I thought we worked enough for these days. So before the plenary session was hard things. I'm talking about hard things. During the debate, it's going to be the first time for your interpreters to interpret for English, because the debate is going to be in English, translated into your own language. So we're going to have the interpreters, students from the European schools. And once again, as I said, the project is for and by the students. So that's why we didn't want to have professional interpreters. That doesn't mean anything for us. I wanted the students of the European school to take part deeply to this project. So I'm very proud to have my students to be interpreters at the European Parliament and to interpret from English to their native language the debates and then the plenary session. And I want to thank you very much, because it's a very, very hard job to do. And oh yes, I'm gonna tell you a lot of time this, but I start right now. When you debate, when you speak, during the debate of the plenary session, speak slowly and clearly because for the interpreters it will be easier. So at 4 p.m., we're gonna have a sightseeing tour of Strasbourg on flyboat. It's very beautiful. We go on the river. It's the visit is in every language you want. I'm gonna challenge you because it's also in Alsatian. So if you made a few German, if you studied a little bit German, you can try to understand what's said in Alsatian. And then the gala Alsatian dinner. Yes, we are in a region with a very strong identity. So the sightseeing tour of Strasbourg is you're gonna have all the history of Strasbourg. You're gonna see why we chose Strasbourg to be the capital of Europe. How important is it? Because it's a city with a German culture in France. And in the evening, we're gonna have a typical Alsatian dinner, a buffet, but more gala dinner. So if you want to suit up to have a beautiful picture, don't hesitate. And then important, first thing important, you see the time changed for the departure because the plenary session on Friday could be quite long. Because the students talk a lot, and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So we leave the European school to the European Parliament. We leave 15 minutes before than usually. All the delegations are meeting at the European school from 15, and leave to the European Parliament. Who's your best friend till Friday? Yes. Okay. And after the plenary session, you can keep it. As I told you, you can sell it to a very good price, but it won't be your best friend. You will have 3 days to make all the best friends than this. Okay? Don't lose it. Keep it if you want, but it won't be your best friend anymore. Plenary session. 9 o'clock speeches. Closing speech of the president and vice president. As they made before, they made an opening speech. They're gonna make a closing speech. Just to thank you all for the great job you made this year. A message in video of the Vice President of the European Parliament, Ms. Dita Charantsova. Every year, Mrs. Dita Charantsova gives her high support to the project. She was one of the first, when she was European deputy, she was one of the first, I don't know, yeah, maybe she was the very first to support the project. So every year, she's invited to come to the plenary session. Every year she accepts, and every year she has a stronger agenda. So she's very sorry, but she can't make it this year. So she's gonna send you a message in video to repeat our support to the project and our support to the work you're doing right now. 9:30 report of the workshops. For every workshops, it could be different people from representatives, but maybe 1-2 students gonna make a short presentation of what has been said, what has been done during the workshop. It's not the same thing that the workshop itself. It's something different because during the workshops, you're gonna discuss, you're gonna debate, and you're gonna have something more to present during the plenary session. What the idea is, what the workshop gives to the students. What was the progress of the workshop? 10:15 reported discussion about national issues. So the commission who worked on the national issues is going to send a presenter to the plenary session. We're going to present. We discuss about that, and this is what we said, and we want to share it with you. Maybe if we have time, we're going to have a small discussion about that during the plenary session as well. 10:30, very interesting moment, awarding the Malala Prize. So for every group who worked on a candidate, 2, maybe 3 students are going to present their candidates. And after the presentation, they have questions from the audience, from you, about the candidates. Why did you choose the candidates? Do you think it's a really good idea to present this candidate? Oh, I agree, this is a great idea, etc., etc. The General Secretary, President, Vice Presidents will be there to cut off the discussions if needed, if we run out of time. Plenary session, the debating the Constitution. Each deputy wants to make a proposition and who worked in the commission of the modification of the Constitution is going to have 5 minutes max to present his proposition or her proposition. Any deputy of the European Student Council, when I say deputy, it's deputy. It's not journalist. It's not interpreters. I insist on that because 1 year we had one interpreter who got off the translation booth, come in the hemicycle and said, "Oh, I have something to say about the Constitution." But no. It's the deputies who work on the Constitution. Anyone in favor or against the amendment is going to have 2 minutes max to give his argumentation. Under the supervision of the General Secretary, Alessandra, the President and Vice President may close the discussion at any time. That means Alessandra's role is going to be to check if the time is respected and tell the President, okay, it's over. And the President and Vice President say, okay, it's over, someone else is talking. It's very important because it must be equal. And if you go during a session at the European Parliament, you're going to see it's the same thing for the member of the Parliament. They have a very strict time to respect when they are talking. I'm not a member of the Parliament, so that's why I'm talking. Workshops at the European Parliament. If you didn't do that, you can just scan this code and choose your workshop. Is it made for everyone? Every one of you? Okay. I let it for a few minutes. It's okay for everyone? I leave you five minutes more or less to choose if you want to do it right now. It's not already done. Maybe I could sing a song. Maybe not. Maybe during you're doing that, this year it's something new. We have a press team. So at the European School, the press team is made of the photographer, the video maker. Yeah. So the photographers are new. Ella, Rita, and Leonie are the 3 photographers of the European School. Pavel is new too, is the streamer. So he's working on the streaming, is working on the YouTube channel of the European School. And William, who made the video last year. The video was so good that I asked him to come again this year, and he's gonna find someone else for next year because he's gonna leave, maybe if he graduates. So don't be surprised if you see people taking photos, taking videos, and don't be surprised if there is a journalist in every delegation. Could you stand up, journalists, please? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. We have a journalist in every school, and the journalists are working together to yeah, you can applaud them because they're new. It's a new function. It's new. They're working all together to make a magazine, an online magazine. So we're gonna make interviews, we're gonna make articles, we're gonna make a report of the conference. The job is gonna be very interesting. It's good with that? Okay. You don't say it's good because just you want me to stop talking. So, right now, before we're gonna have a break, because you're gonna have a break before the dinner. You're gonna take this break in the secondary playground just upstairs. If you want, you can have a visit of the school with one of the interpreters. So you can have a visit in Italian, in German it's already made, in Romanian it's already made, in Portuguese, in your language. If you find your interpreters, they're going to be delighted to make you visit the school. The interpreters, would you stand up? Because you're going to be hidden in the translation booth. So, Naya, you interpret us from English to Spanish. Okay, Spanish delegation. This is one of your interpreters. Where's Ernest? He's outside. Okay. In Portuguese, no, but honestly, most of the interpreters are in S7. That means they're gonna graduate this year, so they are not supposed to be here all the time, just during the plenary session and the debate. Yeah, you're gonna have a break, as I said, with a short visit of the school if you want. You can enjoy. There is table tennis. There is table soccer. There is chess, a giant chess in the playground. So enjoy. But before, we're gonna have a musical interlude from Alessandra Russo from Italy. You're gonna sing a song, please. Take your seat. Tell me, are you gonna be alone? Okay. Okay, because it's a song with supposed to be sung at two people. Okay.
He didn't want to participate to this song.
Oh yeah, perfect. First time here, so honestly, this was not prepared at all. Hope it turns well.
Maybe you could give the camera to Paolo.
Camera.
Can I give you that code?
This one?
Code.
cosa sei? Che cosa sei? Che cosa sei? Cosa sei? Non cambi mai, non cambi mai, proprio mai. Adesso ormai ci puoi provare, chiamami tormento, dai, hai visto mai? Caramelle, non ne voglio più, le rose e i violini, questa sera raccontare un'altra, violini e rose li posso sentire, quando la cosa mi va, se mi va, quando il momento e dopo si vedrà. Parole, 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 soltanto parole, parole tra noi. Cosa sei? Che cosa sei? Cosa sei? Non cambi mai, non cambi mai, non cambi mai. Adesso ormai ci puoi provare, chiamami passione, dai, hai visto mai? Caramelle, non ne voglio più, la luna di grilli, questa sera raccontare un'altra, violini e rose li posso sentire, quando la cosa mi va, se mi va, quando il momento dopo si vedrà. Parole, 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 soltanto parole, parole tra noi. The teachers and going to William that at this improvisation. So thanks. The microphone isn't a collaborative, but I want to sing this song in order to give a Italian start to this beautiful project that permits to us to say our opinion in every.
The microphone is made by the e-training platform.
So I want to say that we have to be angry
for knowledge, all the things about this project. We have to not to be shy. We have to be. We have to take all the opportunities in order to make justice to our speech rights. We have to talk how a lot. We have to talk a lot about this. And this is what I want to do as a general secretary. So enjoy it because this is a beautiful project and this is a great opportunity for all of us.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. That's our side. Yeah, it's very important you all come with your own skills and share it with all the others. They're all gonna take a part of the memory of the conference, like we do every year, and I really appreciate you both taking part, Julia and Alessandra, today to the success of the conference with your own artistic skill. Thanks a lot. It's time for a break, so enjoy. You can go upstairs, take what you want, make a visit of the school. I'm gonna deal with a very important issue because the meal is not arrived.
Elle est où là? Elle est là-bas,
Il n'y a pas un micro, genre, on peut parler, genre.
Non, non.
On peut faire genre.
Le micro, je sais pas, il ouvre. Il est tout là-bas.
Tu sais que tu peux changer le compte, s'il te plaît. Je vais demander à Cap. Est-ce que tu peux pas mettre de commentaires?
Ouais, j'ai vu, c'est YouTube Kids, frère.
Frérot, faut en mettre kids, là. Pas de kids.
Mais c'est lui qui fait.
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
Ouais, l'équipe.
Voilà, avec le frérot.
L'équipe. La meuf, ils ont kiffé hein, quand t'as joué, frère.
Ouais.
Ils ont kiffé la vie.
Best compliment.
Grazie.
Complimenti. È italiano lui.
È la prima volta.
Bravissimo, bravissimo. E ce ne siamo, ma sei stato bravissimo, superlativo.
Sì, mi salvata letteralmente.
Chi le dà? Antonella Verdini.
Hein? À la ville, frère, quand t'as vu. Même après, là, quand tu parlais, tout, les meufs, elles avaient des trucs étirés, mon gars, là. Putain, la tête de la cible, mon gars.
Tu crois comment je pêche ma meuf?
T'as joué ou pas?
Comment tu crois que je pêche ma meuf?
Mais j'arrête.
J'ai envoyé une zik, frère.